Well, good afternoon and welcome to Word for the Day. My name is the Reverend Christine Allen and I am on the staff team at St Margaret's Church, Rainham. Now, yesterday, if you've been listening to me, you would have known that I spoke about Star Trek and the Starship Voyager. So, my apologies if you're not interested in space or in that particular storyline. But I have found it's very good, some of the stories, very much about the way in which human nature works. And on this particular story about the Starship Voyager, it's really about this crew, as I said, it's been flung across the galaxy to an area which has never been explored before. And they are trying to embrace this newfound world and they're trying to get home. And when embracing this newfound world, they encounter many new things. And if you follow the series, you will know what I'm talking about. And I just felt that there were some parallels between some of these stories and with our situation at the moment with COVID. All of us are trying to find a new pathway through this pandemic. It's quite different, isn't it? If we look back to 2019, some of the holidays that we went on, the parties we had, the friends we met, and so on, all those things are now, at the moment, have gone. And one of the things I always admire about particularly the character of Catherine Janeway, the captain, is the way in which she works. And it's important that as a member of Starfleet, you follow the rules and the protocols. And the whole ship's crew has to work as a team. They follow the rules, and so by working together, everything runs smoothly. The team is working together for the same goals. There is a senior team, including the captain, which meets in her ready room, and they discuss the way forward and make decisions. And I like her character because she's a good captain. She listens to people's ideas. And although in the end it is her, she has the last say, you might say, there is a collective decision. But ultimately she takes the responsibility. And you might say to people, well, what's that got to do with us? This is just a story. Well, if you think about it, we've got a captain in the government at the moment, Boris, and we've got his team, the cabinet, who are the senior team working together and making decisions for our good. And they don't always get it right, but I'm sure in the heart of hearts they're working for the best decisions for this country. Now, the concept of working as a team isn't alien to our faith. And if we go back to the Bible, we think about the Apostle Paul. He speaks about there being one body. In 1 Corinthians it says, there is one body, but it has many parts, and all its many parts make up the one body. And each part has its own specialised role. For example, the hand can't do what the eye does. But one thing for sure is that all the parts need to work together to make the body function properly. And I think of the body as our community at St Margaret's Church. We need to work together as a church, as a community, and as a nation to get us through this pandemic. And what this pandemic has done, in a way, has separated out the parts of the body, separated our community as a church. And I know some of us feel isolated. So what can we do? Well, we can work together as a team. So like the Starship Voyager's crew, if they know the body is suffering, if they know one part of the ship isn't quite right, and we know that people in our community are in need, we need to share that knowledge. And in the case of the starship, they report to the bridge, and the bridge is where the senior team are, and they let their captain know. So, as a member of the crew at St Margaret's, we need to work out together as a body. So, we're not alone in this newfound world. And how can we do that? Well, one of the ways is that if we feel we know there is somebody in need, we can share our thoughts and feelings with those that are part of the senior team or the captain. And instead of speaking, perhaps just keeping it to ourselves, really, we need to pick up that phone and just ring one of us. And there's plenty of us. There's Jodie, there's myself, Nathan, Terry, even the church wardens, and probably one or two other people you know that will feed that information in. We need to share our thoughts and our feelings so that the body can feel together, even though we are apart. There is one verse in Ephesians 4, and it says, "Instead, speaking the truth in love, we will grow to become, in every respect, the mature body of Him who is the head, that is Christ. From Him the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, that's us, the people, grows and builds itself up in love, as each part does its work." So we all need to be working together as a team, and let each of us do our part. Well, thank you for joining me today on Word for the Day. And I've got one more tomorrow at lunchtime, and it's probably going to be about space again, because I absolutely love space and space stories. So I hope you have a really good, another rest of the day is just good for you, and that you'll be blessed. Goodbye.